Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to use the links feature here in 22 apps once your app is published. So once your app is published, this is not very useful or important if your app is not published, but once your app is published on iPhone and Android, you can come over to the links section. And the links section is super cool, super valuable. I think it's one of the coolest things about 22 apps, but of course my opinion's biased. The reason I think it's so cool is because this is what's going to allow you to share your app across many different devices, where all you have to do is share one unique link, and that will actually detect if they're on an Apple device or an Android device, and it'll open the corresponding store when they click that link. So basically, using this special link, if they're on an Android device, it'll know that they're on Android and it'll open your app in Google Play. If they're on an iPhone, it'll know that they're on an iPhone device and it'll open their app in the Apple App Store. So this allows you to use one link instead of multiple links. It allows you to use one link to share across all the different devices and allow people to download your app easily and effortlessly. To configure it, all you have to do is simply come over to the Links tab, which is, you could come from all screens over to Links. And this is where you want to copy and paste your Apple App Store link and your Google Play Store link. And to do that, the easiest thing to do is simply click this little question mark button. And then you can come on down here. The first link we're going to copy is the Apple App Store link. So you can go here and you can search for your app. I'm just going to search 22 apps. And you can see here it's found this link to the Apple App Store. And I'm going to simply copy that link and I'm going to paste it in the Apple App Store link area. So we're going to click paste and we're going to click done. And then we want to do the same thing with Google Play. So here, if we come down and keep scrolling, it'll say, go to this link to search for your Google Play piece. And so we're going to go type 22 apps. And here we can find our app right here nice and easily, and we can copy and paste that. And so we're just going to come back over here and we're going to paste our Google Play link right in where it says Google Play Store app link, and we'll click done. So once that's been completed, you can now start sharing this link, though there's a couple more things we want to configure to make it that much better. The next thing that we want to configure is what we call our social media image, our social media headline, and our social media description. And what this is that when you share your app on social media, you can have this be the image that appears and this be the headline and description that appears when sharing your 22 apps app. I'll show you what I mean. So if I come over to Facebook and I copy my share link, if I go ahead and paste this right here, what's going to come up in a second is the share image, the share headline, and the share description. And that's exactly what I'm talking about here, is you can edit that share image, the share headline, and the share description when you're sharing your app on Facebook and other different social sites. This is what they're pulling from. So I can go ahead and upload an image. For now, I'll just choose something, but you can choose any image that you want to represent your app. And then I can change the headline to whatever I want, as well as I can change the social media description, which is this that comes below that. Then once you're done that, you are ready to begin sharing your app and getting people to download it ASAP and getting it all up and out there. All you have to do is simply copy this share URL, and you can use that wherever you'd like to share your 22 apps app. And there's one more thing that I think is super cool that I love showing people, is this big piece of text right here. And you may be wondering, what the heck is that? It looks very complicated. And while yes, it is, I guess, a little bit complicated, it is very powerful and very cool, which is this allows us to create a pop-up on your website that looks something like this with your own app banner on the top of your website. And this is really cool because if people are on a desktop device, this banner won't show. But if they're on an Apple or Android device, this banner will pop up and it'll say, hey, basically, yes, you can browse our site and do whatever you want, but by downloading our mobile app, you're going to have a so much better experience. So you can actually use this banner on your website to have people download your 22 Apps app. So all you have to do to simply do that, and it'll have like your own app icon and your own app name will be displayed here. And if they click open, it will open on Apple or Android, depending on what device they're using. So same as before. But basically, to get this to work if you're not familiar with how your website works, simply send it to your web guy or gal, and I'm sure they can take care of it. Though if you are somewhat familiar with how websites work, the easiest way to do this is simply to copy this. So you can go ahead and copy this, and we'll click copy. And then I have a test site that we can use for this purpose. And what you're going to want to do is come over to basically install a plugin that lets you edit the header and footer of your site. If you can already edit your header and footer without installing a plugin, fantastic. But basically, we need to add it to the head code of the site. So I installed a plugin called Insert Header and Footer, and then we go ahead and under Settings, we can copy and paste this code right in here to insert it into the header of every single page. Once you're done that, just click Save on your site, or if it auto-saves, that's fantastic. And then this banner will pop up when somebody is using an iPhone or Android device and happens to be visiting your website. And it'll allow them, of course, to easily download your app. So I hope this has been helpful. This is a super cool feature we've engineered for 22 Apps users, and I'm super excited to hear what you think of it. Let me know in the 22 Apps Facebook group, and I look forward to seeing you there very soon.